What's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. What's up, get the rest. Hey, I got that chicken to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. Good drip.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Ohio! Let's go! Grand 38!
On first and 10, Dobbs. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. Dobbs now on second down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got it first and goal at the 7. Now Bell. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. It's second and goal back to the 8-yard line now. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Dancing to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Dobbs is throwing. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Vance McDonald, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. On the ground with their leading rusher for the season to go, it's Alex Collins. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt able to track him down for a loss of 13. And it'll bring up 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson escaping the pressure right. And Ty Montgomery has it complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there at 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson, eluding the pressure right. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Ty Montgomery with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Wide open receiver complete. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So the big gain through the air, but scratch it all off because he could not hang on to the football.
And you have to like what they did on defense here. They didn't give up on the play. Big yardage given up, but they still battled all the way to the end and helped force a turnover.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll start out here with the option left. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper using his legs to hurt him. First down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Here's Jackson to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
On first down, Dobbs to throw. On the left side, it's McDonald. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Being chased out left. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. On second down, Dobbs. This is Bell on the dump off.
Wrap up.
Still moving. Still fighting. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I can be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line.
And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. C.J. Mosley. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Out of the gun, Dobbs. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
Dobbs. Steps away to his left. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. The drive starts with a run by Collins. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. On second down, here's Jackson.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll try and run forward with Collins. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the three.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Ty Montgomery with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Ravens are in for 6. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Switzer now to return. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing here, Dobbs. This is caught by Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
Now Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there at 22.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now Jackson on second down. Buying time to his left. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Dobbs to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And this is going to be incomplete. Artie Burns, former first-rounder, there to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Dobbs. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Watch him now, Barney.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Ty Montgomery on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Switzer now to return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now Dobbs. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. To throw is Dobbs. Dancing to his left. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. On 1st and 10, Dobbs. Nice move at the 5. His throw caught at about the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Detroit!
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Watch it now, Barney!
They go play action with Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Here's Montgomery, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, so that means they're down to 1. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the 1st. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Switzer now to return. solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Dobbs looking to throw on 1st down. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Here's Dobbs to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Ohio! Flex round!
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the score.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Willie Henry. He's the one that runs him down, and my goodness, that will be a huge loss on the play. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McDonald. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
He's going to look deep down the field. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback.
That's caught inside the 20. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit!
On second down, Collins. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Dobbs is throwing. Here as he's taken down. Za'Darius Smith. He's the one who finally gets him down for what will wind up being a loss of 16 yards. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
Here it goes!
Back to throw Dobbs. Being chased out left. Room past the ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens.
After that play, I think we know one quarterback will be extremely happy if his defense can hold the opposing team to a field goal here.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll go option to the short side. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 27 yards. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out come the Steelers. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word. I just kept using it.
On the left side, it's McDonald. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 30, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there, 95 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Dawson tacks on the point after, and that will get them one closer. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Ravens taking the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 more there and another 1st down.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
They'll go option to the short side. Finding room inside the 40. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
All right, now, look at 56.
They go again with Collins. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Back now in Baltimore. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Ohio!
On first down, Dobbs to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Dobbs. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, they'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. A little bit of tough catch, though, falls incomplete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Out of the gun, Dobbs. And this is incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
He'll get it up the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you are a failure without a doubt. And so far today,
got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And it's up and good. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cameron Hayward in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Bring it. Bring it. 48, Mike. 48.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Oh, now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. With it is Brown. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Dobbs now on 2nd down. He's going to fire one. Deep left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Dobbs. Eluding the pressure right. And now here is another interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
He'll buy some time right. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
The Ravens on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Gun, 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 gun. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky.
Jackson now steps away. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Hayward in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Now Brown. Brown with his stick skills. Still fighting for more. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's Dobbs to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up fourth down. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Dancing to his left. He may try to... Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Ravens have got it. And they're going to come up empty here on fourth down.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And they'll indeed take a knee. And the Steelers signal for another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Here's Sam Cook now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. It's a loss of 2, now third down. And the Steelers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. On play action, it's Dobbs. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. They go play action here on first down. On the crossing route, complete. That's Brown. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Dobbs. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. That one goes for 24 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Dobbs. Flushed out right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bell. And they are able to stop him, but he does take little